I jumped on the hype of Dogecoin. Yeah, I jumped on that. And
Dogecoin.
I'm like, oh yeah, let me get that. That shit didn't move at all. I'm like, fuck, all right. That kind of killed my passion for investing. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Steve back at it again with another exciting episode of N4N podcast. You already know the spiel. You already know who I'm with.
Yes, sir. What's the vibes? What's the vibes? What's going on, guys? It's Harry back at it again. Episode 5, I believe. Episode 4. What we on now?
We are in this one is 25? No, 27. Look at that. 27.
Episode 27.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
me,
yeah.
this is episode 5, 4.
Yes.
Look,
5.
episode 5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Episode 4 to me, I believe was our best episode yet.
whoa, hold on, slow it down because
Me
it was
personally, like I love that episode.
I had a great time, but my mannerisms were not clicking. And I was so tight because I spent several hours trying to, like, yo, my voice is not syncing. My hand gestures, I'm like, sounding like a freaking Kung Fu movie. I'm going to fight you. And then just doing extra hand movements following along. And I'm just like,
That
damn,
works
I'm
though, because
freaking
then that means that all the attention was put on me, so it's even better for the
oh my God, here we go.
they
It's
get to look
already
at
it's already
somebody
start.
pretty.
Oh yeah, pretty ugly. It look like got hit with a bag of dicks. I don't give a fuck. I love it. I love it. Right. So jumping into it. So into our first segment, right? Like, social media, athletes, mental health. How do you feel about like Kevin Durant having like, burners accounts? And is that like a coping mechanism, like, for him to troll his fans? How do you feel about that?
That's him defending himself, but I'm not a fan of it. If you're gonna defend yourself, do it from your own account. Why hide behind why hide behind a fake account? Everybody knows it's you, man. Just man up and take ownership. Speak from yourself.
You know what? I feel like that helps him regarding sponsorships. Not helps him, because like then again, it's just him. Like, you know what? Like if a fan really clocked his T, like literally got on his backside and just like, you know what? Let me go over here. That's why you stupid and your mama ugly and all that stuff. Just to let him vent out his alter ego. Because if we were to go to basketball specific, Kevin Durant got like smoked by everybody else. He needed Stephen Curry to get his ring. So it's just like, right? When he was in OKC, and Russ got injured, it was like, yo, you the man. You supposed to hold it down until Russ comes back. And he did it. So that part there is just like, where's the hype? When he was in Brooklyn with Kyrie and James Harden. That's supposed to be
But
like,
we gotta cut him some slack there. That Brooklyn, they did get to the Eastern Conference Championship. The injuries to Kyrie and James Harden, they play a big role.
mm-hmm.
Giannis was just too much.
Yo,
Giannis was the best player.
and that season, he put on like 30 to 40 pounds of muscle. So he was just like, I'm getting that ring. You're not stopping the Greek freak. Right. Beast in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. Little Bell,
You're wilding.
Jesus. Whoa, chill. I'm not wilding. At least it's not no Diddy party. That's the wilding part. That's like, whoa, hold on. That's crazy. Anyway. So what about like mental health for athletes? Like, the one athlete I could think of, for example, like, on the top of my dome will be Ben Simmons, especially like regarding of shooting and how media be on his back. Like, dude, shoot your shot. And dude really had, like, do you think it's kind of weird that he literally has a therapist to help him shoot?
I don't think that's weird at all.
Really?
But
Really?
I spoke first. Now it's your turn. Tell me, what do you feel?
When regarding of Ben Simmons having a therapist?
Yes.
Wait, hold on, time out. Wait, okay. I could see in the perspective of an athlete, right? I got mass attention, any little detail I can do, especially like in basketball or in baseball, like where you can actually see the athlete's face. In football, you can't really see their faces because they're covered in the helmet. So they can low key get away with it if you're not really an avid football fan, right? Like you can't say like, okay, you can see Tom Brady. Tom Brady is noticeable. Like, okay, yeah, I could see Tom Brady. Okay, yeah, see, I could see Peyton Manning. Okay, yeah, I could see Russell Wilson. But then when you see like the other players, like certain running backs, certain receivers that are not really high profile, they can get away with it under the radar. Like McCaffrey, he was in Disney World, walking regular degular. Nobody bothering him. But if Tom Brady was walking to Disney World, you already know people already swarming around him just to take a picture. Like that was like,
I would have been swarming at McCaffrey though.
yeah, right. You'd be swarming around them thunder dies, right? Them thunder dies. White boy, thick, he thick, right? If I were to put Trump's face on me, like thick, thick. Pause, pause. Anyway, but like regarding coming back to Ben Simmons because I'm digressing. Like literally, I can't imagine having to confide or just like, you know what, I need a shooting guru, I need a therapist to be there while I'm training, just so I can feel the confidence to shoot. And even then, it really didn't really change too much of his status. Cause it's like, all right, you were the man in Philly, and now you just that guy. Right? So it just
Do
like
you
it kind of
feel
changed.
do you feel today's athletes let social media play a big role?
You know
I can
what? No, no, no. That was a good question because in today's athletes, compared to past athletes, because usually they'll be more prolific in the media space, like during press conference. But now we have like athletes having direct contact to fans and also to streamers too. So it's just like, oh, I don't really necessarily need to talk to legacy media or certain personas. I can be the persona. I can get my sponsorships. Like for certain players, like, okay, like I could say about Kai Cenat and having to meeting of LeBron, right? That's a very high prolific moment for a streamer, right? He's talented, he's creative, he's all that to go to someone like LeBron, who's basically a walking $1 billion sponsorship, right? Because he has all those connections, all those qualities to amplify anybody around them, especially if he shows any interest, right? So media could play a good role to elevate economically, but also can be a negative edge, right? And especially like to amplify people's problems, like John Morant, for example, like how he brandished
firearm.
firearm that he did something idiotic, but it's just like in the state where he was at is legal. But in the eyes of media, oh, you are a role model, you're this. So it's also like some of these athletes are in their early 20s, even though they're adults. So I'm not excusing nothing that they are doing because they're also adults.
You know
So,
what you sign up for.
oh, 100%. Oh, I agree with you. I think like in that aspect there. So like, how do you think if a scandal, for example, because I feel like certain teams know their athletes. They know their athletes, like how the NBA is under fire and the viewership is going down because it's social media now, right? I got my freedom of speech. I could voice how I feel. Like the Chicago Bulls basketball player, what's his name? Jordan Ivory? Ivory?
Jaden Ivey.
There you go. Boom. So like how he expressed how he feels of his faith, right? And they immediately cut him. So I'm like, that's weird because they have certain players that, are considered or allegedly, right? Let me make sure. Allegedly, no, 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 because it's on record that they are like they domestic violence, but they still on the team. So that's the part I'm
Oh,
just like, you
that's all over the league. That's every league, especially in the NFL. A whole bunch of domestic abusers.
allegedly, let's allegedly, right? So let's throw this, right. If I had the word sprinkle, allegedly, just sprinkle that over it, right? But but even then, those they knew, right? They knew certain scandals, they knew certain things, and the media does play a very big role in that aspect there. So
Yeah, I feel like today's athletes face so much scrutiny compared to the athletes before. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
are you saying that? Are you saying that now because we have cameras everywhere now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you know what? That's true because compared to back in the day when we were younger, we could low key get away with it because it's just like, I ain't that much cameras around. I could skedaddle, do a little, go to little freaking school park. Well, excuse me.
And I feel like it's also not fair to how like fans have less sympathy because they are who they
Mm-hmm.
are. Like, yes, they're
Yeah.
getting paid millions of dollars to play a kid sport,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, they are human, and they can go through the same feelings we can go through:
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, depression, mental. Like that's all real. So just because anybody could be going through something, it doesn't matter who it is. So like the Luca injury, Luca just got injured, and a fan was talking about this is well, if you play defense, this is how this is why. He was like mocking his injury. And Austin Reeves stood up and he's like, the fuck, like he's hurt, dude. Like, have some fucking respect.
Yeah. Have some
So
compassion right there. Yeah.
exactly. So it's like I don't feel it's fair for these athletes. That's just me.
No, I think well right now, because I feel right? Those who are athletes can understand athletes, and those who are fans can't really see in that spectrum because, especially like if you play in a certain level or like just having a level of competition around you, you're just like, all right, that person different. So I know I can at least try to step up my game or play at that certain level. But when you as a fan, you see in there high passion, high emotion, and especially like if you're under the influence, because let's keep it a beam. If we go to games to watch the games, to see how it's like playing, and I'm like, all right, this person's open, that's like looking at zones and really seeing it. Some fans like to go there lit just to have a good time and vibes. That part of for me, I'm like, bro, I get it. That's part of the fandom. But that's kind of annoying because I'm like, I came here to see the game, not to hear a heckler talk some shit. And I'm like, yo, this dude, he came off an injury. He came off an ACL tear. You don't know what's an ACL tear. Like, shut the hell up. And that's that part there. It
And then
gets
they hit you
very
with he's making millions of dollars. He needs to suck it up.
yeah, and they
No,
forget
wait,
they forget contracts aren't guaranteed. Unless like you sign a certain
exactly.
team like MLB, well, contracts aren't guaranteed. They'd be like, oh, we're gonna pay for you for a while. So and just like again, like certain athletes who retired are still getting paid. Still getting paid. I'm like, dude, can you adopt me? You
Can
need
you
a yo, son. I'm like, hey, I'm your long lost son. Can you let me hold $5, Papi? $5, right? Right? But that was a Joseph question, by the way. Starting off with a Joseph question, like,
shout out
bam.
to Queen Joey, not King Joey, Queen Joey.
I like that for you, right? Oh wait,
Melanie
are you
Keane is
saying,
LeBron. Melanie Keane is LeBron.
yo, shut up, bro, shut up, yo, I sent you a reel regarding LeBron James omitting about Kobe doing like hand signals for the ISO.
All the
And LeBron's like, yo, he was trying to kill me. And I'm like, see,
That's
Kobe
pretty
did that.
much
I'm
him
like,
telling his team, "Get out the way."
yeah, because he's like, I'm gonna cook this guy. Like, sesame chicken style, son. I'm like, yeah, that's my goat, right? Kobe Bean Bryant. I still blame the NBA for not letting Chris Paul go with Kobe, because that would have been Chris Paul's first ring. That would have been Kobe's sixth, but they didn't want him to dethrone Jordan. I'm sticking with that hot take. Come at me if you will.
Pause.
Care. No, 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 no. Unpause. All Diddy with the baby oil and Vaseline.
Insane.
But I came a little too aggressive. I came a little too aggressive on that. Let me slow it down.
Why'd you have to add Vaseline?
Sometimes you need that you need that jelly. You need that jelly. I'm just joking. So, yo, next segment is Michael's question, right? So it's like, regarding financial discipline and investing. So making money is like super easy, right? Making money is easy. Keeping it, that's when it gets a little difficult. And especially for like us minorities, I ain't gonna lie to you. Adulting is kicking me in the chest. you could take the floor on this one, like, what do you want to think about? Because like investing on stocks and holding your pennies and trying to make your money work for yourself. Go ahead. Start this off, brother man.
I can't like keep money just sitting in the bank account. I just can't.
Mm.
I have to be the one to, yeah, obviously invest into some stocks, or gambling. I gamble here and there, not as heavy as I used to, but yes, what I do invest in is at the moment is penny stocks. It's very high risk, but it's very high reward, especially be paying attention to the market.
What in the Wolf of Wall
Obviously, not
Street?
right now with Iran and Israel. It is what it is.
Listen. Like when I saw the gas prices went up, I'm like, all right, cool. And it's been going up 10 cents every 2 days. I'm like, dude, what? You supposed to go down, not up. You going down. I'm like, yo, $20 is kicking. Yo, son, it used to stretch. That ain't stretching no more.
Do you invest?
See, I feel like for me, investing, like I used to invest here and there. Like I jumped on the hype of Dogecoin. Yeah, I jumped on that. And
Dogecoin.
I'm like, oh yeah, let me get that. That shit didn't move at all. I'm like, fuck, all right. That kind of killed my passion for investing, so to speak. So
So
I'm
that
just
means you
like,
invested late. Because if you got in
yeah.
early, it definitely moved and you made some bucks.
Listen, no,
Like
it did not.
that was
It didn't.
prime. That was prime. And yo, COVID time was prime investing. When we
So
had the
listen.
meme stocks going up, you had AMC, you had GameStop. Come
Oh, you
on,
know
man.
what? I didn't jump. It's interesting that we talked about this segment, right? Because in school they teach you, math, reading, arithmetic, all that good stuff, but they don't teach you the concept of money. They don't teach you none of that, right? You see how I just turned my voice a little deeper. They don't teach you none of that. So then you just like you figure out, oh, hoop de doo, Uncle Sam is taking 35% of your check, and you're just like, what, bro? What? Hold on. Wait, you mean to tell me I work these hours just for you to take some off of me and I just get left with change and then I gotta pay bills and then all that good stuff and all I'm left was five measly dollars? Hold on, time out. And even now, like in my early 30s, right? Early 30s, matured man. Yeah, you already know. No, in that age at the spectrum, like even me, I'm just learning to save, invest, not invest, excuse me, save, like, knowing how to budget myself. Cause that's the part that they never teach us. The art of budgeting. Cause you can overspend $100 real quick when you be like,
Oh, bro,
damn, I
I
need to hold
spend
that.
like $200 a day.
So you see,
Once I step out this house, it's too fucking $100. A quick Target run that's supposed to be something simple leads
hmm
to $100 easily.
yeah, yeah. And then that's where the financial discipline comes in, where you're just like, yo, let me stop. Like I can use athletes, for example, who make millions and millions of dollars, but 70% of them go flat broke. And I'm just like, dude, what? You get all these $1 million endorsements, but they also go flat broke of helping out family, buying lavish things, not investing in certain properties because a lot of them invest in restaurants and some of their restaurants like, fall into bankruptcy and they gotta like sell it. So certain things of that and just like so if they are not doing it properly, how the hell am I gonna do it properly? And it's with intentions. Like how am I putting my money at? Where
Yeah, I
is it
used
going?
to be wild with money. And you can attest to this. I had a brand new pair of sneakers like every fucking 2 pairs every week.
Yeah, hype beast, right? Yeah, you was yeah.
Shockingly, I stopped. I think I had
Yeah,
like
that's
1
crazy.
pair so far
That's crazy because I
this
would
year.
expect you to have your the background high tops of like rarities of sneakers, and I'm just like, yeah, this kid got the fresh kicks, the nice joint. I'm like, they just released. Yeah, I'm gonna sell them though. I'm good. I'm like this nigga. Yeah. Oh, excuse
It's
me.
growth, man,
Sorry.
growth.
And that's important, right? We grown as men in the art of, you know what? We big bros. We're not unks yet. We big bros, so we like you can still hear us. We still young, knowing the lingo, right? Right? I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna rizz up my wife. Never saying that again. That's the one time you're gonna hear me say it. Yo, son. But so you know what? So well, we're gonna still like the psychology of spending. Do you think like how spending aims for women, right? Because they are the bigger spenders, and then it kind of reverse psychology on men. So just like, all right, so they're spending, we got to make sure we uptick the male's apparel. So if they're trying to impress the opposite gender, like I'm spending $200, 150 on a shirt, $200 on the jeans, like 275 on kicks to impress a female that's wearing, Fashion Nova and Sheen and they only spend under $50. And I'm just like, dude, I'm already $600 in the hole. What's going on? Just on like, you know what? Let's go
Before
to a
dinner.
restaurant before dinner. And then the dinner itself, that's $500 right there. Yeah, we eating steak. We're not eating none of no little Applebee's. We eating the 10-ounce steak. Don't play with me. Right? I'm just like, whoa, what is going on? What happened to a cup of coffee? Let me get to know you first before you making me drop almost a half a band and stuff, right? But that's not me because I'm happily married, so I can't attest to that. So let's go. We here, son. We here. We already got out the game early. We just like, yeah, we found our partners. We good. It's too ghetto out there. I ain't doing none of that. My goodness. So what's the difference between like, fast money and forever money? Like how that goes? Like
Define fast money.
okay. We ain't gonna go to the illegal way. It's a legal way. We can say a legal way, borderline legal way, right? Gambling could be fast money quotations, right? Because you gotta also you're taking on chance, taking on certain players, right? Because shoot. If I knew certain players that were gambling on themselves, I would have bet on you too. I'm like, oh, you could go under? Yeah, let me put 100K under too. Let me make sure, let me shoot that out. Give me the sauce, right? Because now we got all these extra technology, the ABS and LLB. I'm just like, the umps are going through it. And that's a strike. That's a ball. I'm going on base. You can't even look. And now I'm like, oh, we gotta send the umps to the batting cages. They gotta see the sliders at 100 miles per hour. I'm like, yeah, you gotta make a good judgment call off of that, Rocco. If your money isn't working, you're clocking in forever, right? So do you think our end goal for us is to have our money working for ourselves? Like, like, all right, I'm investing a little bit here. I'm saving like 200 here. I'm going to invest 500 here and see if that 500 turn to 1,000. Do you think that should be our end goal for us?
Definitely. You're just working on your time then. You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to work. I don't know what's an average check, but let's say you're doing a 9 to 5, making minimum wage, you're coming home $600 a week.
What's the
You got your
average?
bills. Like what are you ending with?
You know what? Let's look at because all right. So before for the average median household income in the US is 83K. That's in the US, the average medium, right? But in dealing with reality and certain individuals, right? We could probably cut that in half, like around 40K,
40.
45K, right? Because not no average, no, excuse me, not every American has the opportunity to make 83K. Because like that's kind of like in the top, what, 15 percentile in America? Let me see. Let me double check. Yes, boom. So yes, average non-family household median income is K. Okay, so yeah, we are right there in the ballpark. So yeah. So I had to double check on that one because before I was gonna say something out of my head, I'm like, oh, maybe it's this. Yeah, we dealing with facts, not opinions, right? We're gonna double check, right? We got the internet. So that was good though. But yo, shout out to Michael with that question. That was just like, okay, right? Hey, you hearing from me? I wish schools implement curriculum in dealing with money and understanding taxes. Make
Oh, I only went to
every
school every day.
for sure. I could do this and what? Put my money in a trust and the government won't tax me? Put my money in an IRA and make it get worth my while? Okay, right? Look at that. Still learning new terms, right? And going crazy off of that. So Ooh, moving on. And this is a increasing question, right? Ooh. All right. So next segment we're going on to is like, fatherhood and life changes.
But this is Michael as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Michael been rolling off the hip. Like, you know what? Yeah, yeah. Talk about this, right? I was like, damn, bro. Wow, that was a tongue tie. Let me
Shout out my
damn,
guy
dude.
Michael,
Yes, sir. So fatherhood
the
doesn't
gayest
slow
person I
you
know.
down. He's very, very gay, right? I'm gay with you, Michael. I'm very gay with you, right? I'm very happy, right? uh fatherhood doesn't slow you down. It
I'm only
forces
gay
you
for
to
LeBron.
that's yo, can I get to a question before we get to LeBron? You just try to rage bait me, and I'm just like, cool, he's a great player,
All right,
but
get to your question. Get to your question.
he's not better than Kobe. That's all I'm just saying, right?
Get to your question.
Wait, you can say LeBron and I can't say Kobe? I can't say Kobe? No, you know, guy, I got you, I got you. All right. Fatherhood doesn't slow you down. It forces you to move with intentions. How do you feel about that quote?
I
Fatherhood
agree.
doesn't slow you down. It makes you move with intention.
Well, let me ask you this question: how
So,
has becoming a father changed your life?
ooh, okay. It made me look into myself a lot more. And I'm just like, I have childhood trauma. Sick. So it's just like, oh wow, like certain things you're not aware of, and certain things you are aware of, and just like, oh wow, I'm very impatient. But everyone tells me, yo, you calm, you can take this in, and then it just like my daughters have pushed me to my mental limit. And in regards, I'm like old school traditions, like cause like I know me, and from the stories that people tell me, Steven was a knucklehead. Like legit, like breaking abuela's favorite vase, getting my cousins set up to get their butt whooped, kneeling on rice and all that good stuff. And then like, yo, my uncles tell me that I used to be devious when I was young. He's like, yo, you don't talk. You was just quiet. You hear you hear that, Harry? Steven doesn't talk. And I can talk.
Bullshit.
Yo, shut up. So my Uncle Wilson was watching me, and he wasn't watching me, if you know what I mean. He wasn't watching me. He was kicking it with Shoddy, you feel me? And I'm like, oh, you not watching me? I took his clothes, poured milk all over his clothes. And mind you, I'm like 3 or 4 years old. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do it. Why? With milk? I have no idea. And I ended up throwing some of his Jordans out the window. I had to make him run downstairs to go get it. So I understood that being a kid, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go wild. And my daughters make me act like a little kid sometimes. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be a kid. I'm just gonna go wild. Cause I was forced to grow up a bit faster than others. So I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I haven't been a little kid. I'm gonna act immature. So I'm like inside, outside. I'm a man in his 30s. But when I'm with my daughters, I act like I'm freaking 8. And let me, keep it there, but it make me look at consequences with a more finer eye. Cause you know me, you know me, I'm like, all right, what we doing? Cause if we're not fighting, I'm not here for talking. If we're not throwing hands, what are we talking? Right. And now I'm just like, think about what you're saying before we take this any further. So now I'm just like, all right. And then it is also like not only fatherhood is also depending on who you plant your seed with, right? Because that is also important too. Because if the mother of your child doesn't have the similar principles as what you have, it kind of makes it a little difficult to raise your children because then you have your philosophy, her philosophy, and y'all not hidden with certain common grounds or compromisations, so to speak. So compromisations, that a word? I feel like it's a word. I think it's a word. I think I'm just trying to be too fancy. But what about you? How has fatherhood changed you, bro? How's that changed your mindset?
Fatherhood changed my life for the better. I had my first when I was 21, just turned 21, and Leah was born 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and it made me the man I am today. And a lot of people say becoming a first time parent is very difficult, I don't think that's true. If you have a great support system behind you,
Mhm.
smooth as fuck. Before coming to dad, yeah, I wasn't a wild kid. Only times I was ever out, it's football games, baseball at the field. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah,
you being a knucklehead
yeah.
is like, yeah, I wasn't a fucking knucklehead.
I could attest to that. I could attest to that. You was a calm young man. You was very quiet, but everybody like that's the thing though, because I was like, Harry ain't loud. You're an introvert for sure. You're an introvert. With the people around that you know you're extrovert. And yeah, I see
I
both
think that
sides.
when say change for the better, is like
Huh.
I didn't grow up with my father. I grew up
Yes.
my mom, my grandmother, and then my stepfather came into my life. Then so
Shout out to Dr. Thighs.
I wanted to be the dad I never had. So when I
Mhm.
say change for the better, I wanted to be somebody, not for myself, but for my kids. I want my daughters to know that my dad was there. So that's why I say change for the better.
Do you think having a nuclear family is essential? Like, having the mother, the father, like, close to the child. Because I feel like a lot of people have kids, but not a lot of people be like mom and dad. Like, shoot, I messed up. Yo, let me call my dad. Or let me call my mom. Like let me call that person I know that's not gonna judge me, that's gonna hear me, and that's gonna be understanding. Of course, like, we're gonna reprimand our kids like, hey, yo, you acting, yo, stop being an asshole. Like, lock in. Cause it's not weird. I'm not trying to go too deep
That
on
that starts at a young age. That's like my
yo.
daughter now, the oldest one now. Like
Mhm,
we tell her we want to be the parents that you feel comfortable telling shit to.
uh-huh,
We don't ever want you hiding anything from us. Like she had an incident in school, like she had her first fight and she decided to hide that from us. So we went to go pick her up and I was picking up early and then I get there and she's like, so I guess they told you what happened? And I'm like, what are you talking about? She got all teary eyed and shit and like she said I got suspended. I'm like, what the fuck you suspended for?
uh-huh,
And she's like, I had a fight. So me, I'm like, I ain't have no fight. Like, I know who you are. Like, you ain't have no
uh-huh,
fight.
uh-huh.
And she's like, I'm so serious. We got suspended. My wife was ready to crash out. It's like we wasn't angry. We wasn't angry that she got into a fight. It was the fact that it happened weeks ago and she didn't feel comfortable telling us.
Mm,
So what we tell her all the time, like she been knew this. She's like, we tell her we want you to know that as your parents, you can tell us anything. We're not upset with you because you got into a fight. You're gonna defend yourself. That's what we want you to do. But feel comfortable telling us anything. Like that's all I ask for as a dad. I want my
you know
children to be comfortable.
it's
Go ahead.
interesting
What you was gonna
that
say?
no, 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 it's interesting that you were saying, like, you want your kids to be comfortable, and I feel like we were those kids where well, hold on. Let me let me look at the scenario and the settings because it's kinda different. Because if we wanted to be like, I'm not trying to get caught up. Yeah, let me just hide this up a little bit." It's different because we were trying to get away with it. We were trying to be I was trying to be malicious. Let me not say we, and let me not lump you in my shenanigans, because I was a wild boy. So I was just like, oh wait, hold on, let me think about this. But I think now, like I have my daughters, and they're very close in age. So now I'm just like, my wife sent me a post that was like, that's really contingent. Am I saying that word right? Now, shoot, I'm thinking of these words and then it's just popping out of my mouth. But let me be fair, Frank. Where just like siblings closeness is determined by how the parents raised them, right? And I'm just like, ooh, because my daughters love each other. They hug each other. They fight. They do what siblings do, right? My youngest one be like, if the oldest one don't finish her meal, she's gonna eat her meal. And she's one, and the other one is four, and she's like, oh, you're not done? I'm gonna eat it. And she's like, "Yo, she ate my spaghettis." And it's like, "Hey, you move slow. This is prison rules now. You gotta eat your food or else someone will take it." But I think when now, I'm not gonna speak on the behalf of your daughter though, because like, I know you as an individual and how much you have changed or how much you have overcome. I think when children hide from their parents, I think there's also like a hint of shame because it's like, oh man, like they know me as
Like
being a good
disappointment.
kid. Yeah, like, I don't wanna disappoint you, and then it's just like,
Yeah,
"Nah, I'll be disappointed if you didn't stood up for yourself." Because then it's just like, "Damn,
exactly.
what am I teaching you?" Right? You're not
That's
standing up for yourself.
exactly what we told her. But,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, I love being a dad. It's the
yeah.
best thing ever.
My dad's being awesome, son. This is awesome sauce, son. I'm just like, yo, I'm doing it like seeing my daughter doing like ballerina, soccer. I'm like, yo, you got 4 goals. And the little soccer, she has 4 goals under her belt. She never played soccer. She's going left, right, cross this little kid that looked like he was like, oh, this is his 3rd year in the program. And he's like really good. And she left, right, cross, goal. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's like me again too.
shut the f yo, shut up, son. Yo, you just like to just like, let me poke the bear because you try to make me crash out. I will jump over the no, I'm not gonna jump over that. These are expensive equipment. Chill, chill. I'm just like, but fatherhood, I'm like, I'm not even ready. My brother be fucking with me. My brother, like, as soon as Zenny was getting older, he's like, damn, son, she's 4. And he whispers in my ears, Teen Summers left. I'm just like, yo, shut up. I was just like, can I enjoy her presence now before I'm like crying on the island? You know me. I cry. You see me,
My
I cry
oldest
like
is
a
10,
yeah.
so I'm
Wait,
almost
wait, wait.
there.
So 8 summers left.
Shut the fuck up. Next
8
question.
summers left. Man, yo, next question. This is a you already know. This is Money Man Dalio questions, huh? This is Dalio's questions, huh? He talking about the Giants. Is he a Giants fan? Oh, he's a heavy
He's
Giants
a
fan.
No, he's not. He's a Packer fan.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. Dalio, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Poppy, I'm trolling. Poppy, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Yeah, he go like, yo, Steven, yo, shut the yo, fuck you, bro. I'm like, yo, chill. I love you. It was a mental error because I'm reading questions. New York Giants outlook. Okay. Is this team under this new head coach a playoff team? With the weapons that they acquire. See how I changed my voice there? I like that. I like that. I'm gonna talk like that.
With the weapons they acquired.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah, yeah.
we touched on the Giants in our first episode back.
Yes.
I said, I love what they did in the offseason. The addition of the new players, adding John Harbaugh as the new coach. Obviously, we know his track record with the Ravens. And then openly coming out saying that they want to be a run heavy team. They have the team, the perfect rebuild. The Giants are an example of a perfect rebuild. They have a team that could potentially contend. Would I say playoff bound
Uh-huh.
this year?
Uh-huh.
I honestly don't know. Because the divisions, it's a hard division. You have the Eagles, you have Cowboys, you have the Commanders who's gonna be competing, obviously with Jaden Daniels. But the Giants do have a team I see competing years to come. Can it be a playoff team this year? It wouldn't surprise me.
Hold on,
Next
wait
year
a
for
minute.
sure, I
Nah. I gotta push
guarantee.
back. I gotta push back because you was talking hot about the Packers, and you was like, nah, dude, they trash. And we were a young team, and we made it to the playoffs. We made it to without Aaron Rodgers. He's the GOAT at the QB position because he spins that ball in magical ways that nobody can. But I don't think he would survive in the 90s, respectfully, right? I don't think so
That's
because that's
going
a
off
different.
topic though. We talking
Wait,
Giants
wait,
here.
wait, hold on. It's coming back to the topic because you see, I wouldn't be surprised to make it the
God,
playoffs, but you
I
wasn't
wouldn't be
surprised when
surprised.
but you know what though? You know what though? I wouldn't be surprised if Odell Beckham returns to the Giants
That's my favorite
because
wide
how he
receiver, so I love that.
he played in the flag football game with Tom Brady, which I'm like magical. I'm like, ooh. Like, Stephon Diggs scored a touchdown from Tom Brady. I'm like, all right. But, you know, he didn't do much. Hey, Steph, I love your play.
Why I say it
You
wouldn't
and
surprise me is because, yes, the Giants did add to their team, correct. But the Eagles
yes,
did let
yes.
go key pieces. The Eagles were the Eagles that's the Eagles division. The Cowboys did add
Well,
key players in the offseason. So it's gonna are the Eagles gonna have a fall off? Are the Giants gonna be the leaders of the
yes,
division? The
yes,
Cowboys can
yes,
potentially
yes,
take
yes.
over the division. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
then again,
no.
yes. But then again, it all comes down to the injuries. It's unsure.
Okay, you know what? I love what you stated, but I would say, Eagles kick rocks. Yes, I said it. Eagles could kick rocks. The Cowgirls, thank you, Jerry, for my for Michael Parsons. Thank you. But besides that, no. I would be very comfortable knowing that the Giants are smacking both of those teams left, right, good night. But obviously, you know, my team is gonna come out on top. I'm gonna say, hey, you can call me delusion. This is the part where I'm like, I accept my delusions because my team is number one, irregardless.
Delusional.
Irregardless. But I can attest and agree with you on the segments of releasing key players because it's crazy, right? Because certain players make certain teams. Because it's like you just need that one nucleus just to make that cell go crazy. It's got Dart. They got that friggin' that white running back. I'm like, he gotta have black in him because he's too wild for me. I'm like, no,
Scatterboo.
wait. Scatterboo? Oh, Scatty boy.
Yeah.
Right? Come over here, Scatty boy. You go ahead and go get that
But
run,
again,
right?
he is coming off a big injury.
Yes, he is. And like the running back position is such a short year, like a short career because they get banged up. And especially if they running heavy, running a certain angle, like we could use Adrian Peterson, for example. He ran up that A gap. But as soon as someone trip and slam against his knee and his knee went this way and his foot went that way, dude. And I'm like, everyone saw the replay. Even I felt it in my knees. You felt him like, yo, you saw this? I'm like, ah. And now he gets knocked out. He get knocked out in boxing. So it's just like, all right, cool. That was a slight jab. I'm sorry, AP. That was a slight jab. That was it. That wasn't necessary. But this is a question, right? Because Daniel Jones was dirt in the Giants, but became a demigod in the Colts.
I don't think it was all on him.
Yo, Harry, you're not gonna deny the switch flip. The Colts, well, I ain't gonna lie, I thought the Colts was gonna take it, but then when he got injured, did they bounce back?
I said this in the earlier episode.
Damn it. I was trying to be cheeky. Yo, I was trying to be cute and cheeky. I said this already. Like, what's going
I
on? I
said
was like,
this like
was you in the same room? I'm like, yo, I was there.
he
I
was
was
right
trying to be
across from me.
cheeky. I was trying to be cheeky. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Daddy chill. So, damn, that was a good question. Do you think this is a playoff team now? Like all the points that they acquired, everything, because right now they're building team camaraderie. They like getting to know each other, getting the gelling mesh. Because a lot of teams do this right after the season. Like, yo, let's link up. Let's link up in May. Let's get to know each other. Let's talk before the first practice. But they're already doing the practice and getting the mental notes, the innuendos, and all that stuff prior to, right? Do you think the Giants? I know you already answered this, but like on paper, before even they play, on paper now, do you think they can compete in the playoffs?
It would not surprise me, so I'm going to say yes. I think they can.
All right, Dalio, you got your question from Harry. That's not from me. That's from Harry. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right. There's a next segment transitioning into baseball. All right. And this is another Dalio question, right? Yeah, let's go. So MLB is going wild, right? We already seeing how players and coaches are using the ABS. Yes, I'm saying it right. So I'm just like, wait, hold on, because now I'm like, oh, acronyms and all that good stuff. Using that in the correct way. Certain players are like, oh yeah, that's a walk. Doing like with the cockiness, because I know the umps are low key hating the system. They low key hate it because they just like, oh, this is a strike. Nah, that's a ball, bro. I don't know what you're looking at, right? Or like that one coach, I forgot, that got mad. They said that was a ball, but then when they looked at the ABS, that was a complete strike. He didn't like the turn. He didn't like the turnout. He got, I think he got kicked. I think he got kicked out. I think. I'm not too sure.
I gotta
I'm
check.
trying to. Yes, I got to double check. You know what? Let me. I got the internet. What am I talking about? I could just check right now. So wait, you know what? While I'm stating that, so I got a question. Who had a hot start that is sustainable, or a sustainable illusion, right? It's just like, oh, you guys look hot, but I feel like you guys are gonna fall off the hype. Who do you think had a good hot start during the MLB season, the start of it?
Is this the Dahlia question with the
Yep.
Marlins being hot?
Damn. I kept that little like innuendo silent, and you just jump right into it. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Son. You pay attention.
Because that's like
Yes.
the
The
only under the radar team that started hot. They started 5-1,
uh-huh.
and they actually playing the Yankees now. Lost yesterday, but they was up today before we started this episode, 4-0. It doesn't surprise me. I had the Marlins high only because they offense, but the pitching has been surprising. I wouldn't be surprised if the Marlins do collapse later on in the season as the better teams, the better players start to show up for the other teams. Everybody right now is hitting horribly. Aaron Judge hitting below 150, Otani's hitting below 200. You got these great players who's not playing to their ability yet. And it's the beginning of the season, so the Marlins caught slow teams. I believe they started the season off against Chicago, last place team. The Rockies, their offense is great, but I don't think they're gonna be a team to contend later on.
Mm. Okay. Who you think in the Miami Marlins? And if you don't know the players, that's fine. We got the internet, right?
No,
Key players that's driving the momentum. That's what I'm saying, that for caveat for Steven, because I'm like, hold on. I saw the game. Certain players, hold on. Right. I know the game. I know how to play it. I know how to do it. I know the skill sets, the ins and outs, the offense, defense. But players, the names escape me regarding the baseball. So please forgive me. I will
no,
be
you're
better.
good. You're good. As I stated, it started with the starting pitching, Alcantara,
Mm.
and then obviously the coaching. They're a very young team, but again, they did start the season or two series against two bad teams.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, now they're playing the Yankees. So
So
let's
now,
let's
now
see how this
since
series
since
go.
we're talking about the Yankees, right? Do you think
God,
the Bronx Bombers, right? Do you think that rotation changes is necessary, like changing up the lineup to improve the Yankees? Or do you think that the current lineup that we have now is sustainable?
I do not believe this sustainable. Obviously, you have to add Garrett Cole to your rotation once he does come back. I just don't know who falls off yet. And then again, as I stated with Aaron Judge batting horribly, the Yankees are still 6-1,
Okay.
and
Do you
that's
think
not. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you think that are the Yankees built for October, or they just built for headlines?
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, go for it, go for it, go for it. This is what we're
Last
talking
season,
about.
last
Uh-huh.
season, before the season started, you good, baby?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
yes,
not talking to
yes,
you, fool.
yes, daddy, I'm good.
As much as I hate the Yankees, last season before the season started, the Yankees were my favorite to come out the American League.
Mhm.
I had the Yankees going to the World Series because of the starting rotation. Obviously, I had them losing against the Dodgers because Dodgers. This season is no different.
Okay.
The Yankees, I do have the Yankees high. I do believe the Yankees have the team to make it again to the World Series. And this is coming from a Boston Red Sox fan. And this is me being completely honest. So everybody, every time I speak baseball and be like, "Oh, you just a hater, you Yankee hater." No, I'm not. I'm just a Red Sox fan. So of course I'm gonna troll you. I'm gonna reel you in. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna troll you. I'm gonna rage you. But as I
Yeah,
stated
I'm feeling
plenty
my
of times,
blood pre
Aaron
I
Judge
feel
is
my
a
blood pressure
phenomenal
rising because
player.
I know you do this.
Aaron Judge is a
Okay.
phenomenal player. He's great. Can hit a baseball better than most
But
can.
he cracks under pressure. Yes.
Exactly my point. Aaron Judge is just not that guy to get them over the top. But the
He
Yankees
is the
do have
Josh
a
Allen.
rotation to get them there and get the job done.
Okay. So you're talking about like Garrett Cole's return and the impact on morale. So that's the part where you're talking about. Like they
Yeah,
have
you
a good
got Garrett
rotation.
Cole, you got Max Fried, you got Cam Shittler. Like these guys are great pitchers, and that's what you need in October. Come October, it's a whole new baseball game, but it starts with your pitching. Your pitching's on point. You get your good 6 innings from your starting pitcher. Your relievers come in, and eventually to your closer. And the Yankees have that. The Yankees have all that. So would it suck for me to see the Yankees win? Yes, but I would not be surprised if the Yankees do get to the World Series.
Okay. Okay. So I took my time and I looked it up. So it wasn't a coach, but the Yankees they used the ABS and they made 5 correct challenges during the Marlins game. Am I saying that name right?
That had to be
Yeah,
yesterday.
Marlins. Yeah. So that right there, I double checked. So I'm like, cool. But Dan Bellino made a call during the game that was so wrong it glitched the ABS systems, which typically provides visual feedback on the distance and ball in the strike zone. So I'm like, you got to be like wild, right?
It's
JT
crazy.
Rum.
It's,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's crazy you bring up this ABS system. I was actually at work the other day and I was talking to my boy Adrian, and he
Yeah,
goes, "Dude, I love like this new ABS system." And I told him I was like, "Bro, I think I'm 50-50 on it." Only because yes, the pitchers and the catchers do have a chance to challenge the call if they feel like the call was bad.
yeah,
That's great. I love that. But you only get 2 challenges. And I feel like the coaches don't give every player the opportunity to challenge. Because I was watching the Guardians game they was playing, and the number 8 batter, it was like in the 4th inning, the number 8 batter, he challenged a call and the coach already threw a tantrum. He's mad because we only have 2 challenges, but it's not fair. So I feel like only certain players have the opportunity to challenge. Obviously, the players like Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Will Smith from the Dodgers as well, Freddie Freeman, like those type of players, they had the green light to challenge. So I feel like going on, like as the seasons do go on, I feel like we do see more than 2 challenges um per team. But like I said, I'm 50-50 on it now. It is a great it's great for the game. It's great for the game now.
do you think they keep it at 2 challenges just to keep the flow of the game? Because then again, it is like, all right, we're gonna
Yes,
allow 6 because then it will prolong the game for them to check the ABS system.
definitely,
Okay,
because
yeah.
the baseball, what they started the pitch clock, which dramatically cut the time limit games down. So they wanted to make baseball faster. And yes, I do agree. Like adding more challenges would just delay the game. But I believe three is a fair number, and give the opportunity to all your players, right?
Yeah. Wait, so that player, the 8th batter that called that play, did he got that right call?
No, you got it wrong. But it was like this close. But that's what I'm saying. Like if he feels like it was a ball, then why be upset with your player? Like why show that, you know?
Yeah. And you should have talked to him like, "All right, don't ever make that call again." Right? Like,
Yeah, like
outside the
wait till he
camera.
gets in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dugout, like, hey, like understand we have 2 challenges, like we can use this
yeah.
later on in the game, something comes up. What if it's a close game, it's 4-4 and we need to
And
like
we need that challenge, and that was a ball. Oh, so speaking of which, right? JT Remuto revealed
JT
that
Realmuto, yeah.
the Phillies catcher admitted to a mistake after a wrong call on the pitch during a playoff game, highlighting the importance of umpire accountability. So that's where the ABS would have came into the system right there. Like, yeah, we got to double check that, right? So, dang. CB Buckner faced criticism for making a call that was overturned quickly, showcasing the challenges faced by umpires in making accurate decisions. Hence why they install the ABS. It's like,
And
nah,
it
nah,
was
we
it was
got a fee.
another article where, like, they said it's an embarrassment to umpires, and I agree because I was watching, the Red Sox game. Yeah, I believe it was game 3 of the season. They was playing the Cincinnati Red wait, not game 3, but they were playing the Cincinnati Reds, and, one of my guys from the Sox challenged the call, he got it correct, and the umpire felt stood up, and he just started calling everything a fucking strike later on, and it killed the momentum of the game. So, uh, that's why I'm 50-50 on it. Because I do feel like the umpires, they feel like, "Oh, you making me look bad, now it's my turn."
Okay. Okay. That's damn, you left that with a little heavy punch right there. Okay, okay. So,
I just love the game
boom.
of baseball, you know this.
Oh yeah. I know you'll spin around on that for hours, and I'm just like, all right, I'm catching, I'm flying with you, I'm flying. I'm dying, bro, I'm dying, I'm dying. So next segment we hit with off rapid fire questions. This is gonna be real quick, right? Rapid fire questions. All right. Boom, 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 boom. One team you don't trust.
What sport?
We gonna go with damn. Wow, you hit me with a rap. What sport? Shoot.
Baseball. One team I do not trust,
You do not trust.
the Milwaukee Brewers.
Wow, that went over my head. I didn't even think about that.
One team you got on your
Orlando,
radar,
Orlando Orioles.
Orlando Orioles, Baltimore Orioles, dude.
Yo, it's like I'm like,
You wasn't ready
bro,
for the
it's
sport.
rapid fire
Like,
question.
you didn't
I
give me the
wasn't ready.
sport.
I
I was
wasn't
about
ready
to
for.
give you the sport. What
Do you know?
what team
Go for it. Go for it.
in
Give me
this
the score.
upcoming NFL season do you have on your radar? What sleeper team?
Sleeper team. Sleeper team.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
On your radar that you feel like can't compete. This is
low
rapid
key.
fire. You're taking so long.
Fuck. Shoot. Jets.
Fuck you. Next question. All right. Not even gonna.
Next one.
Yeah.
All right. This is basketball. Basketball. One player under the most pressure
One player under the most pressure this season.
this season. Go for it.
Whew. Jalen Brunson, New York Knicks.
I can see that. Fuck. All right. All right. Oh, fuck. That was good. What sport? I gotta go one player under the most pressure. Go for it.
All right. One player under the most pressure this upcoming season, NFL.
Ooh.
It's an easy one for me.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. That's a good one. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, but okay.
No, we kind of. You know what? I argued with you on a previous episode. Lamar Jackson, MVP, all that stuff. And brother, I sat down. I smelled the coffee. I saw Lamar, and I'm like, you big pile of shit. You get me upset because you proved this man right. Fuck
Right.
you. I was
Do
just
you
like,
think Juan Soto is a better player than Aaron Judge?
oh, 100% I do.
Thank
100% I do. I
yo.
think.
We finally agree on something.
Wait, no. Shut the fuck.
No,
Shut the
fuck
front
that.
door. No. I saw. And then he hits me with this. And I was just like, I can't unsee it. He is right.
No.
I
I love
can't.
Josh Allen, so I need to change that. He's the Lamar Jackson of baseball.
All right. We could leave them. We could leave him there. You could leave him there. Okay. Last question. One bold prediction that might age beautifully or terribly. Go.
One bold prediction that might age beautifully or terribly.
You have three options. It could be any of these.
The New York Yankees
Baseball,
will
football.
win the World Series.
You being cheeky.
Psych!
You're being cheeky. You're being cheeky.
I'm kidding.
You're a jerk.
Will age beautifully or terribly.
Or terribly. It could be from any of these three sports: baseball, football, or basketball.
Okay.
I gave you options.
The Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl.
Hot. So that's wild. That's why. For me, what's gonna age beautifully? We're gonna win the Super Bowl or win the NFC Championship and then lose the Super Bowl. Either or, we making it to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're gonna come back, replay this clip or this scene, and I'm gonna say I told you so.
Well, that's a
Fucker.
bold prediction because I picked the Chicago Bears to win the Super Bowl. So if it
Oh,
happens,
shut
If
yo,
Dallas wins it
shut
all, then and we come back to this clip and everybody just praise me.
Yeah, praise you, right? He's like, I should have betted on that. Yeah, we not betting on nothing because these are trash predictions. Well, Green Bay is not a trash prediction.
Like you disagreed with yourself. Told you.
Shut up. Because I feel like you trying to bait me. That's the part. I'm like, I'm on my toes with you because you trying to bait me. Right? Right? All right. So this is our closing segment. Say it with your chest. Because this is our final one. We wrapping it up. Say it with your chest. We're gonna drop one bold statement about sports, life, and money. I'll start it.
Okay.
All right. Football is the only sport where you rely on the man next to you to do his job. It requires 11 people, and everyone got to move as a unit. So you know how to move with the community. With life, I say this to my wife all the time. When life gives you lemon, you make apple pie. You're gonna feel confused, but you're gonna understand when life be life and you gonna make shit happen. And money, you don't work for money. Money works for you. Boom. Look at that. Off the dome. Off the
All
dome.
right. Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing in all sports. And fuck money. Spend it all, invest it all. That's all I got.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Yo, like and subscribe. This is Steven for N4N Podcast, and this is my boy.
Harry from N4N. You know the vibes. Fuck Steven.
Yo, fuck Harry. Peace out.